This thing's killing me. What's up, guys? I am trying to figure this out. So they changed the software that I use to do this. Hold on, please. To where there's a two-part, I guess, thing. So I tried to do a 30-second countdown, but I have to, like, when I hit broadcast, I have to hit it twice, where I used to just have to hit it once. And so I forgot to hit the second broadcast. So sorry about that. How we doing? How's everybody doing tonight, guys? What is happening? What is happening? It's been a minute. I had a little Valentine's Day business that I had to take care of. And by Valentine's business, I mean a big fat lobster tail and some serious steak. Hey, Dragonfire. Hey, Deborah. What's happening? Rick, it's never easy. Hey, Sharon. How we doing this evening, guys? I also my little following camera that I can never stop because I talk too much with my hands. It keeps. I'll come out here to check and make sure everything's all right, and then I walk out of the shop, and then I come back and the camera's pointed over there because it followed me out and it can't find me anymore. What's up, Andrew? So how we doing, guys? How's everybody doing this evening? I have no plans for this evening. I actually just figured I would show up and see kind of what you guys were doing and wanted to talk about. Mm. Bo, so I actually have it set up on the X tool now. I did a short on it. I haven't done a full video on it, mainly because um I had a disagreement with the marketing team on it. I'll put it that way. What's up, Rick? Ooh, Andrew, yeah, how's that going, man? You guys are like the north is having like this horrible like winter stuff, and it was almost 90 degrees here today. I'm not bragging on that. It was just odd. I'm like hearing all the shit on the radio, and then I'm like, it's shorts weather here. Mm. Rick hitting a little Oban 18. Very nice. Very nice. Deborah's burning some wood. Nice. Oh, and you use the M1. What do you think about the M1? I like the M1. I have not had enough time to did I do it? I've not had enough time to mess with it yet. I do not have a K40, so I'm not sure, Rick. Unless you're talking to somebody else. 21 inches. 21 inches of snow. There's a reason I moved out of Missouri. And that's because we have a little saying here in Houston, you don't have to you don't shovel sunshine. How's it going to be 80 in Philly tomorrow? That's just crazy to me that's there's like a weird diagonal line drawn there. What's up, Rosin? Says upgrading base mounted port K40. Interesting. So Michael says he was testing today, upgrading the base mounted port K40 to be Lightborn compatible. So I think, do you have a Rudita driver? Yeah, Rick, no worries. I think the biggest thing with the K40s is it has to have a Rudita. I'm saying driver, but I think it's not driver, not motherboard. There's a word for it. It's a thing. Andrew, so you're ordering that from Kobe? That thing looks Like, I like the fact that he calls it the devil one. It looks kind of vicious. I do some Suzuki-Van videos occasionally. I dropped that video. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have kind of known a little bit more about this. But I had a meeting with a YouTube consultant. Hold on a second. My daughter is in here. What's up, baby? Hold on. You just want to give me a kiss? Okay. Come here. Do you want to say hi to the cupcakes? Hi, cupcakes. Hi. All right. Good night. So I had a very expensive meeting with a YouTube consultant who kind of pointed out a bunch of flaws that I have on the channel, which I'm correcting. So that Shishigivon video was you should have some discovery videos, and I know people really like that. So that is a discovery video. It's actually a little shorter. I had always said I don't really want to do voiceover, but she kind of talked me into voiceover because I can tell a story a little bit more succinctly and make videos a little shorter. Shoot, dad, shoot, Bo, brother. If you wanna shoot, dad, shoot. I'm all about it. Um, Email me. Um, I'm all about that. I picked up some pews that I haven't gotten a chance to fire yet. Let's see. Brandy is putting together her X tool while also adding extensions and putting in 40 watt. Yeah, but it's so Brandy like in all reality, you really only have 5 Allen wrenches. It's just they give them to you over and over and over. But yes, yeah, you took on a lot at once. Um, and I still like I don't have extensions on mine because I don't with what I use mine for. I don't really have a need for them, so I never opted for extensions. But um, so people ask me about that. I'm like I don't know. I don't have 'em. And to top it off, you're in Missouri. What's the temperature like there? That's where I'm from St. Louis. Mm. Do I have any inside info on the new CO2 that Axel mentioned? Okay, so the only information I really know about it is it's a 55-watt unit, which kind of bothers me a little bit because especially with diode laser, not diode lasers, I'm sorry, CO2 lasers. If you have a 40 watt or if you have a 50 watt, they don't settings don't differ as much between systems. They differ a little bit, but if you got somebody that's got like a like an AP laser versus a FS laser, let's say, and they're the same wattage, you have baseline settings. Whereas I did it, I gotta stop moving my hands. Whereas like coming out with a 55-watt laser, it's just like it's just making you have to like deal with them a little bit more because you're not going to find those settings anyplace else. I don't know anybody that makes a 55-watt CO2 laser. They make 40s, they make 50s, and they make 60s. I don't know if that's intentional or not. I bought a Louisville Slugger that I'm going to engrave, and I keep knocking it over. I'm trying to move it over here. Anyway, I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it seems shady, and I don't like it. Let's see. I do have the drag chain from Daniel. I have not had a second to put it on yet, but well, yeah. Don't do what I do. Like the funny thing is, like people point out a lot of things that are like, well, if you didn't do this, your channel would grow faster. And I'm like, I refuse to not. I refuse to not be me. So yeah, I like if you want to start a channel tomorrow, I could probably. What's up, John? I could probably grow your channel faster than I can grow mine. Tell you the truth, but I don't care. Mm. So, Resin, I did get that articulated dragon to print. It's amazing. Well, okay, let me back up. I didn't get that articulated dragon to print. I think there was something wrong with the file because the thing is, I printed it 3 times and it buzzed out at the same point every time. So I checked a bunch of different other parameters and everything else like worked out. So I just downloaded another one and I printed it and it printed on the first time. So I think it was just something wrong with that file. Um, I did print it. It's super functional. It was going to be a video that was going to come out already, and then I had this meeting with this YouTube consultant and decided to do that Shoshugiban video first because it was a little bit more on brand with what I'm trying to do with the channel. Very nice, sir. I've heard the Polar is like a pretty sick machine. Rick, by the way, oh, their extension. They all Tesla's also coming out with like I think a 35-watt unit soon. What's up, Robert? Deborah's in Arkansas, 80s in Arkansas. Arkansas is one of my places I've been looking to move. Let's see. Do they really? Seventh inning stretch says that Amtech makes a 55-watt laser. I guess it's just something I don't hear often enough, and it just seems like an odd. If you're trying to break into the CO2 market, it seems like an odd number to go with. Tripod, John. I can't air dirty laundry. I'll talk to you later, man. Let's just say that X Tool is giving me problems. Let's see. I'm further north than this. Troy, I'm further north than Hannibal. Oh, no shit. I've been to Hannibal a couple times. That's where it's Gone Girl. Gone Girl was supposedly part of it took place in Hannibal. I mean, I know it's a fictitious movie, but or a fictional movie, but what's up, Shar? Shar Par made. Yeah, I was a little bummed because I had a buddy of mine that's a big 3D printer, and he was like, "Well, run the file." So this like some of the stuff will be in the video, but it's like he's like, "Well, run the like where you could see it build the thing," and I didn't know you could do that, but I ran it and it looks fine. So there's got to be like a little tiny bit of code in there or something. And oh, and also I didn't realize you could reslice something. So I had actually already downloaded the other one and printed it by the time he was like, well, just reslice it. But apparently, like if you reslice, sometimes you can like mitigate some of those things too. Oh, so you've had the V30 from a Tesla. You know, I like a Tesla. I wish they communicated better. They came at me and said they wanted to send me one, and I was like, okay. And then I haven't heard from them in forever, so I don't know what happened with that. Caves your eyebrow. Another place I've been looking to move in. What's up, Frank? So here are some like kind of like bullet pointed questions to you guys. Bullet pointed questions. If let's see, okay, and this is all this is all going back to my meeting that I had with um, YouTube consultant person, who I don't want to mention because they, after I talked to them, after I spent a lot of money on a call to these people, I followed up with a question, and they said that, and her administrative assistant responded to me and said, um, she doesn't have time to answer your question. If you want to schedule another ridiculously expensive call, she can answer it then. To which I was like, okay, so now you just want my money. But she did have some good points. And she did make some like some very she kind of like solidified some things that I thought I was kind of having an issue with as well. Anyway, um, so questions for you guys, all of you. is that uh, if what kind of merch, if I was to sell merch, I mean, I sell merch, but I don't sell a lot of it. And apparently, like a lot of YouTubers, like they make a lot of money selling merch. If I was selling merch, what kind of merch would you like to see? Like, are we talking just t-shirts or is there something and this would have to be something, the majority of it would have to be something that I'm not making. That's that uh going into production mode kind of screws me over on that. So it has to be something that like I can have a company make or whatever. But like, you know, like hats, shirts, bags. I mean, there's a bunch of different things. I just did a bunch of shirts and they don't do really well. And you know, maybe it's because my shirts suck. I don't know, but that was a question that came up. Uh, Okay, hold on a second. Would you have any interest in working with or testing out products from a file design company? If so, could I shoot you a message? I don't know exactly what you're referring to, but yes, absolutely send me a message and we can BS, man, and we can see if if that would be a fit. I have no problem with that. Let's see. Whiskey smoker. My fingernail polish. Well, after today's video, it's definitely gonna be thongs, brother. Let's see. Um, yeah, I was surprised. Like, I only have the thumbs now because I'm gonna have my nails actually like done by professionals because I'm going to WorkbenchCon next week and I want them to be look better than I do. Um, but yeah, so we'll see how many people bitch about my fingernail polish in this video. Whiskey smoker. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal with the whiskey smoker. Whiskey smoker is kind of a pain of a space to get into unless I'm making them. I have made several. I've made them by hand. I've laser cut them. And I actually looked into, I have not yet, but I've looked into making them with the CNC. I would love to do it. It's just that when you look on like Amazon and places now, the big thing is you get the whiskey smoker and you get these little tins that have like different kinds of wood in them and stuff like that. And that makes me nervous because I don't have time to do that. My full-time job is content creation. So I spend a lot of time like you know, I mean, I spend a decent amount of time in the shop, but I spend a lot of time in front of my computer and editing and things like that. And just uh, to go into production mode on something like that, it becomes kind of an issue. Robert, you should definitely go to buildthatbuild.com slash store and check out my coffee slut mug, or it's probably whiskey mug. Mm. So here's an issue I have with that, Rick, is I've tried several companies and a lot of them like source it out to somebody else. And it's kind of hit or miss on the quality of shirt, which drives me insane. But if you're doing like a print on demand type thing, you do not have as much control over that as you would like. Um, okay, get that name out of your mouth. Just kidding. Um, sell merch. Let's see. Sell merch with stuff you say often. I need Nickisms. That's you know, and honestly, like I've made a couple of shirts. They just don't. And part of it is, and this consultant did mention this, that I don't really bring up merch a whole lot. I wear the shirts in all my videos or the majority of my videos, but I don't really bring it up too much. And that's because like I don't want you to feel like I'm always trying to sell you something. You know what I mean? And like I see some um I see some YouTubers that do it really good. Like they can just like kind of slip that in there under the radar, like, hey, by the way, this new shirt's available, blah blah blah. I'm not good at that. I'm very in your face with a lot of things, and I feel like sometimes when I do stuff like that, it's just like over the top, like buy my stuff. And it's not. It's like, hey man, the stuff's available if you want it. So it's something I got to work on. But and I appreciate the I appreciate the input. What's up, Gretch? Gretch. I'm always like, see, I like whenever I see that, I see Gretzky. Then by the what is a DTF transfer? Are they? I've worked with them in the past. Okay, we've talked about this before, and it's not gonna be OnlyFans, it's gonna be called Only Dads. And I'm just gonna wear like khakis and Keds, or not Keds, New Balance, and I'm gonna tell dad jokes. Yes, I absolutely agree. Um, yeah, absolutely, man. Shoot, drop me a line, build that build, or I'm sorry, Nick at buildthatbuild.com. So Rick, the only other people that I like, smaller companies that I've dealt with are smaller printers. They want me to buy like a shitload of shirts just to monetize that video. Um, and then sell them. And the problem is that I have to go in the hole for that. So if you're doing like a direct printing type thing, then I would be interested in that actually. Goon Squad. Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, let's do, since I keep saying it, let's just throw that up there so you guys can contact me. Okay, now that being said, what absolutely, thank you, Rick. Appreciate it. I know a lot of people can like come here for like the laser uh content. And honestly, the reason the laser content exists is because I make money with it. I make money off of affiliate deals, I make money off of sponsorships and stuff like that. I have a lot of people that are like, "Man, I really miss the Shishigi Bun stuff." I understand that. I've not have found a good way to market the Shishigi Bun stuff. Um, so what I'm trying to figure out now, here's one of the main takeaways I got from um, John, if you're still in here, just FYI. One of the main takeaways I got from this YouTube consultant person. Um, you want two videos to be discovery videos. So they want you want two videos that are going to be um let's theoretically we're doing a month, right? So we're going to do 4 videos a month. 2 of those videos you want to be discovery videos. So you want them to be like a wide enough topic that like your audience is going to click on them, but you're also going to get new people in. And then one's going to be a sales video where you're really going to push like an item or an affiliate or maybe even sponsor, you know. Um, and then you have one video that is for the community. So I have been very hardcore, like trying to like make community videos and stuff that everybody wants to see, but I guess like I necessarily shouldn't be approaching it in that fashion. Which like to me this is a community video, so I wouldn't stop doing uh The lives are a different beast as far as I'm concerned. We're talking about long form videos that would just be on the channel, live there. Scott. Oh, I was gonna be all clever and shit, and then I coughed. Your beer's empty because you drank it. Get another one. Let's see. I have looked into DTG mirrors. What I found is that they using yeah. Well, and honestly, I looked at like buying a t-shirt printer at one point in time, just doing that. But and I'm not, but you know, let's see. Sorry, now I'm just reading. Anyway, so here's the deal. I figure I need to do a Shishigi Bond video and a laser video as discovery videos, right? Um, and then sales video is a sales video. Like I don't think I really need any help with that. I have enough people that want me to peddle their wares. But I was thinking about for like community is two things. Well, one thing with a caveat. What I thought about doing is like the community one would be a project that whatever the end result of that project was, I would give it away to a community member. So I don't know what that looks like because I feel like I've neglected my Patreon to a certain degree. So do I just give that? I need to turn this off. I'm sorry. Um I hate to say it's just Patreon because honestly my Patreon's not huge. But I also hate to neglect them. So the other thing I thought about was starting channel memberships through YouTube, and then having it be either patrons or channel memberships. And whatever I make at the end of the video, I'll pick a random person in the community and give it to them. But then I feel bad because like those are the paid people, but then I have a ton of people on Discord who are super supportive and everything. They don't pay, and I have a big problem asking guys to pay money for shit. I just do. I don't like I get it. I understand. I was in sales for a very long time. Well, I've been in sales in and out for a very long time. Um, anyway, I don't like it's hard for me to be like, hey, you guys want to give me some money? Which honestly, like is what supports the channel and what's makes more videos and what keeps the channel alive. Anyway, so I just don't know how to do that. Like if I'm going to offer you something, I want it to be of worth to you for you to want to pay for it. Does that make sense? And I don't just want to be like, hey, buy my shitty t-shirt. Which honestly, this t-shirt, it's funny that I'm wearing this. I love Black Rifle Coffee Company, and they opened a store here, and I went over there, and their shirts are like $35, but I love them. I bought this shirt. This shirt sucks. It's super thin. It actually is a good material, but it's super thin. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get about 5 to 10 uses out of it before it shreds. Anyway, now I'm off on a tangent. All right, so here's the deal. What do you guys want out of the channel? Like, what's your end game? Do you just want information? Do you want entertainment? If you haven't watched the video today, go watch it. I did it a little different. Um, I I'm working on making them a little bit more I want to say cinematographic, uh, cinematic. I want it to be more than just like me in the shop the whole time. I realize now in retrospect after talking to this person that me in the shop, like talking to camera and then doing things is a lot of the same thing. So like what do you guys want? Is kind of the I guess the theme of me talking to you tonight. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them as well. But is like what if I can provide you for with a 6 to 10 minute video, do you want a like straight up how to, which is not necessarily super dry, me still screwing off? I will always screw off. You're always going to get my personality in the videos. But do you want a straight up like A to Z, this is how you do it? Do you want some more like fun little graphics, not graphics, but like kind of like camera movements and stuff like it did in the last one? I just don't know. I don't know exactly what to provide. Like if I'm going to provide you something and I'm going to provide something to you that I'm possibly going to charge for, I want to make sure that you guys want it. And so, Michael, and I really appreciate this comment. And let me speak this real quick. I'm doing like some like kind of rebranding of the channel kind of on this topic by itself. In the sense, when I was talking to this consultant, she's like, well, what do you want your channels to be about? And I'm like, well, they're about getting on the shop, they're about working with your hands, they're about basically like my and I had outlined this before. I just don't think I ever like came across with it. They're about building, so building stuff, right? Burning, which would either be with a torch or with a laser, and BSing. Like we're gonna talk sometimes, right? We're gonna have some vlogs. Those vlogs are not gonna be as popular as other videos. I'm gonna talk about depression. Those are gonna reach some people. The like a bunch of people aren't gonna want to watch those videos. I don't care. That like information needs to get out there. And she's like, I don't get any of that from the way you have your channel built right now. So I've gone in, I've changed um, all of my playlists to like encompass one of those things. So either building, burning, or BSing. I went and changed uh, my channel banner or whatever it is to reflect that. And I'm working with the company I'm working with now to kind of like I want I don't necessarily want this like big fancy intro. I don't think we need it. But I do want kind of an overlay that is going to say like build that build, burning, building, and BSing, and then possibly like if it's a BSing video, maybe the BSing will be highlighted and things like that. Anyway, that's what we're working on. But my thing is, I'm like, I don't want to. if I'm if I'm providing you with something valuable, I expect you to want to, maybe drop a couple dollars on it. If if you don't think what it is, like if I'm not providing you with something valuable, then why would I ask you to pay any money for that? You know what I mean? All right. So Atlanta says I belong to another account. The guy does patterns as a perk of membership. We get free patterns. I I could do that. I honestly, I pay for most of my patterns. I don't buy them. I mean, I don't make them. So, I get that. Rich Louisiana hobby guy does that. Like, and he makes a killing at doing that. I believe. I just that's I do have kind of a graphic design background, but I don't sit and build designs all day long. Yeah, that's totally fine. We can do that. Um, Yeah, please don't send me a message on Facebook. I don't know like how many people don't know this. Facebook Messenger is notoriously bad for getting messages to people that it's supposed to. And I will come in and sometimes I won't get a message for like a couple of weeks. Email me at nick@builddadbuild.com. Much easier. We can communicate that way. If I see your if I see your message on Facebook, I will absolutely respond to it. Just know that if you're sending things to people on Facebook, they don't always see them, or at least I don't. I 100% agree with you, but I I feel weird with so here's the deal. Like I feel like I can be on. You guys are here every week. You guys know me. I can I'm not bragging. I just know how to sell things. Okay? So I can if if a company hires me and I have to sell things to you, I can be fairly soulless and sell you the thing because I work for the company, right? I I I quit that whole thing because I didn't feel comfortable doing that. So I know I can sell you things, and I'm not bragging. I can just I have a knack for making people buy things. Okay, like, but I don't want to not be genuine about that, and so I want what I'm trying to feel out is what people really need or want. And I don't expect you guys to have all the answers either. I just am I'm just throwing that out there as a thing because I don't know if you guys know, but I did do a lot of diode laser reviews. They started to me get like kind of stale. And now when somebody contacts me with a laser, like they want me to review their laser, I'm like, what's your innovation? What's new about this? What am I like? Why am I telling basically my subscriber base to buy this over something else? And most of them just don't respond to me. Anyway, so that's kind of where I am. I just want to do right by you guys. Pros and cons. Okay. I can appreciate that. Thank you, Michael. So, Rick, one of the big things is I think everybody knows I am not I am not a master woodworker, carpenter, or anything. Like I build things in the shop. I build functional things. I build things that I want to occasionally. But even when I do that, I screw up along the line. So it makes me really nervous to try to sell files for things like that. And the other thing that I will say is I'm not saying a lot of other YouTubers don't do it, but I've heard a lot of YouTubers say that, like, listen, even when I make like, excuse me, even when I make my files or when I sell you my plans, like, you have to understand that there's got to be like a little bit of leeway in there for mistakes and whatever. And I'm like, see, if I'm gonna sell you a plan, that plan better be like rock solid. And that's the reason, like a lot of times, like even with like my old build videos, I never never sold them. I was giving away for free. Reason being is because hey, I made 5 different changes to this build in the video. Like you see it. Like you've got to be able to shift on stuff like that. So again, I'm not a fine enough woodworker to sell that stuff. I don't think. How to a good way to go, get some ideas. And yeah, and I can absolutely how to's are always going to be a thing that I'm do. Um I just don't know. Like, I get so what a lot of you guys don't see is that, like, I built my channel on Shushugiban type content, but as my channel grew and my viewership grew and all that stuff, I wasn't making any money. So somebody sent me a laser or tur, thank you. And I made a laser video, and that laser video went crazy. And then all of a sudden, like I had other laser companies contact me when it sent me lasers, and I've made a lot of money in the laser industry, which is fine. I didn't like that was not my goal. But that's great. I mean, like again, in the end, like my goal is to make money. And I mean, I can sit here and massage your egos like all day long, but I also need to get paid. So I just want to know if I'm gonna make because the way it's looking, I think, is I will make less videos that are more interesting, I guess. Like, right? Like more visually interesting and things like that. If I'm doing that, I want to make sure to be giving you guys what you want because I thought it would be a really good idea to make a lot of utilitarian videos that were like, hey, like your video's not cutting a circle. This is how you make it cut a circle. I thought there would be a utilitarian video. When I talked to this consultant, she's like, no, no, no. She's like, make that a story. She's like, you have a definitive like beginning, middle, and end. It doesn't have to be a long video, but I don't know if you guys know when you make short videos, it doesn't necessarily mean that like the production time on them is shorter. So Frank, I will tell you straight up. Um, the consultant I talked to, um, was like I paid her $1,000 to talk to her for an hour. They suggest if your channel is under 100,000 that you talk to one of their, I guess, smaller under consultants for $500 an hour. Damn it, Scott. Stop fucking with you. It's 3 Bs. Funny thing is, I made this shirt, and nobody bought it. It has since been retired, but yeah. I made a shirt that I thought would kill. And it just said maker AF on the front and just like a block lettering. I don't even think it had I don't even think I branded it. I don't think my logo is anywhere on it. Everywhere I went, everybody was like, man, that is an awesome shirt. I don't think anybody ever bought it. What's up, news fan? I get that, but I think I think what you're saying, Ella, like there to a certain degree, is you want somebody to teach you something, but you want them to be like also entertain you, which I can do. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I can't do that. Um, I just what I thought at one point was like I should do some video because I get a lot of questions, right? And a lot of people are like, "Hey, can you make a video on this?" And I'm like, "Well, I can't really because too much." Um, and or no, I'm sorry, not too much. Like not enough. Like it doesn't like it's not a cohesive enough thing for a whole video. And now I'm like, this consultant is like, no, that's a whole video. Like you could absolutely be like A, B, C. So I'm like, okay. What's up, William? Hey, brother, we gotta. I have some I have some Patreon stuff we have to change too. Um, if you saw the last video, like they told me that okay, like here's a perfect example of something that I would have known was wrong with a video. They told me that when I shout out all my patrons, or not all my patrons, but my top tier patrons, because that's one of the things on Patreon. Like if you sign up for my top tier, you get shouted out every video. And that used to be a deal. It's like, don't do that anymore. You're telling everybody the video's over. So I have to figure out something to come up with that. It's just it's weird, man. It's hard to continue to change, right? Oh man, it's Clacky here, dude. He would love to hear that. And thank you, Barbara. I appreciate that. So the thing is, man, I stand by. I know other there's other creators out there that are like, I'm not gonna name names, but they are like, oh yeah, you're just selling X tool, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I honestly have like kind of a rocky relationship with X tool, but I like their product. I don't like their marketing team. They irritate the shit out of me, really. They're like, "Hey, we're doing a thing tomorrow. Can you get a video out?" And I'm like, "Do you know how videos work?" So I don't promote Xtool because of their marketing. I promote Xtool because I like the unit. I like the way it's built. I like the way it looks, which I'm sorry, but I just like the way it looks. And I appreciate some of their innovation. Oh, white label whiskey. I do have I have a guy that like has like he does whiskey. I would love to collaborate with him. Maybe you know what? I might give him a call. So here's the deal. When you say that, Ella have not. Um, I I posted this on my YouTube shorts. I watched a video by a guy named Gawx Art, GAWXART. This kid he's 19 years old. He's a kid, and his everything about his videos. Now, granted, he's been on YouTube for like 5 years, so I think he was 14 when he started, right? But everything about his videos in like the last year and a half, it's ridiculous. They're cinematic. They are edited so well. They are interesting. They're crazy, dude. And I was in the middle of editing a video for the Ender 3S1 Plus or whatever it is upstairs. There's so many different kinds that I was like, I have to throw all this footage in the garbage because this guy is doing it right. So there's something about like I always was like, hey, I don't really want to go for like cinematic with my videos, but now I'm like, I think I need to go cinematic with videos to a certain degree. Anyway, Ella, I have not destroyed the Glowforge yet. I will. It's on my list. But I have obligations before that, and I really want to fuck it up though. Yeah, right. I can point you in the direction of a very expensive consultant. Oh, welcome to my life. I mean, like, literally welcome to my life. Um, I I I feel that 100%. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. Series videos, I feel you, brother, but I feel like I'm dipping into enough buckets that series videos, like, one series videos do good and they don't do good in the sense that if you drop in like the third of a series, nobody wants to watch that. Like, right? Like then you got to go back and forward. Videos do better on TikTok than they do on YouTube. Yeah. Intros are dead. Intros are 100% dead. Introducing yourself is 100% dead, by the way. What I want is I want a half layover that's gonna roll up the build up like deal on like one side of the screen, and it's gonna say building, burning, BSing while I'm talking. Because I want to make it short and give it to you. Barbara, that ain't no joke. So yeah, so this becomes a new thing too, where this consultant told me that I was using ending language too early in the video. And I don't really understand how to not do that when I'm doing a project because the project obviously has an end. So as I progress you towards the end, you see where I'm going with that. So it's kind of hard to not do that. But one of the things is thanking your patrons, asking them to comment, all that stuff. Like that's all. Like everybody's been programmed that that's ending, uh, like the verbiage, I guess. Yeah, they so without saying too much, they kind of dropped like a like very subtle threat to me. And my response was I do not take kindly to threats, and I've not heard back from them. I will leave it at that because if more ensues, I will let you know, but you guys don't really need to know like what I deal with like on the business end from other people. Yeah, I can't even fast forward through them, by the way. I try. I'm like, people are like, oh, hey, did you watch the live last night? Like they did a thing. And I'm like, it takes them way too long to get there. Barbara, I was always told when I learned how to teach people, I guess, was that the mind will only consume what the rear end can endure. So at that point, it was like somebody can't sit through more than about 45 minutes without needing to get up and go do something. So when I was lecturing or something like that, they would tell you to try to do 45 minutes lecture and to do a 15-minute, you know, pee break. But now I feel like it's, that's like 45 minutes is long, man, right? Like the internet has ruined us. So I don't want to act, but I want it to be funny. All right. I want you guys to be entertained at the end of the day. Right. So, like today's video is a perfect example of that. And the funny thing is like I've had people like legit, legit like DM me and be like, "Were you really tattooing yourself?" I'm like, "No." That tattoo is like, we've had that tattoo for a while. It was just a thing. Um, but I think when you say that, you're like, yeah, um, you you don't want it to be overacted, but you still want a little bit of entertainment, which like I get, I mean, like we went from having like a long form content, right? Like hour long show that you would watch that was really entertaining and then we were like, oh yeah, you got YouTube, which is really short content that is informative. And now it's like, wait, like why can't I have both? So I think what Ella's saying is that like she doesn't want you don't want me to be an actor. You don't want me to be somebody else, right? You want me to be me, but you want to be entertaining and you want me to teach you something, which I think is 100% what people want. I just I just don't want to bring the things to you that you don't want, I guess is what I'm getting at. It still kills me every time you say that because I always think Resman Dragon Studios is a boy. Um, hey, listen though, like watch Nerd Forge's videos. I mean, I know you already have, but they have a formula. It's a good formula. I like it. I love to watch their stuff, but they have a formula on how they do things. Elder, are you talking about the Glowforge? Because I don't know if you're on like 2 lives ago, but I did not actually purchase a Glowforge. I purchased a Glowforge that's been gutted for parts because originally I was going to buy a Glowforge and destroy it. But then I was like, wait, I don't want to give Glowforge money. So I found somebody that basically like rapes all the all the internals out of it and just like leaves the corpse behind. So I had the corpse. I would have 100% destroy like if somebody sent me one, I would destroy it with no like just 100% would just go after it. No remorse. But I wasn't about to send Glowforge money. Oh, sorry, I jumped too far ahead. I'm listening to more time. So, news fan, I have a bunch of watch bands upstairs that I ordered a long time ago. I just haven't done it. I've just I s- I get a little scatterbrained sometimes, and then like last year was not a great year with me trying to concentrate with my mom being in the hospital. I'm not using it as an excuse. I don't want to. I don't want to mean it like that, but I just I ordered a lot of materials that I didn't do anything with because of that. I love the fact that you guys are just like BSing in the front. Yeah, and Rick, I totally agree, man. Like I have found myself anymore. I'm like, oh, like I'm 10, 15 seconds in. They have not told me anything yet. Done. Oh yeah. We're still destroying one. I really want to throw out the roof. The sad thing is I really wanted to throw it off the roof because I know that would just be like a great, like visceral thing to do on YouTube, but my roof is really steep. So, by the way, don't man, guys, if you guys are cutting things with a laser, don't buy birch plywood. I don't give a shit if it's like the really nice plywood. Buy hardwood. It cuts so much easier and it cuts so much more consistently. Stop it. Mm. Right, correct. So yeah, glue. I never knew this because I was always worried about like Shishigiban projects and gluing them. But glue is a heat sink. It disperses heat. So any kind of plywood. Now, granted, your more expensive plywoods will have more even glue dispersion, but uh, glue is like a laser's nemesis. Well, we need to make that a thing. Michael, yes. Let's see. Hold on. I've got it over here someplace. This place. Go there. Enjoy their wares. Let's see. Yeah, resin is straight up on that. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm out of whiskey and I kind of want to go chill with my wife. Does anybody else have any questions? I will absolutely answer questions. If not, I'll bump out of here. William says they got a badass truck we can run a glow forge over with. I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna like that's the reason we bought this. I didn't realize that a Louisville Slugger has so many things written on it because I was like, man, I really want to like a legit Louisville Slugger. But yeah. Anyway, I think we're gonna like either like a laser engrave, like barbed wire around it, like Negan, or like like fuck your life, or something like Harley Quinn, and then I'm gonna take this bat and I'm gonna beat the crap out of that glow forge with it. Is my goal. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, guys. Thanks for playing. Get out there and get to work. And if you're drinking, keep drinking.